A look inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy Nation, here are your Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys come out and they are led out by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going.
He was brought down by Evan Williams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Now it's Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I've got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
From the gun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Packers.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Love to throw it on first down. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A second down throw for Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. That's caught! And he will score! Romeo Dobbs! Touchdown, Packers! A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
37-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
A 64-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Packers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
The outside, it's brought in by Golden.
So after being unable to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down, now they have a decision to make. And Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter 4th down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott.
Complete to George Pickens. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. On the play fake, Dak. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
First down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
1st down, it is Williams.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Prescott. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Working across the field, that's Pickens. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
1st down.
That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He was looking for George Pickens there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
On first down, it's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Here's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 42 yards.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. And a Packer first down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
He's brought down back at
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On second down, Love. This one is caught by Reed. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers move out on top, 14-0.
Cowboys nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down. They'll look to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately, a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
For a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Packers on top. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Prescott. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
1st down, Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
4 yards.
It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
All
right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
It is brought in the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys.
When you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys are on the board. It's now 14-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Bo Melton on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle made by Malik Hooker. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
From the gun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
To return, it is Turpin. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the toss, it's Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
the ball carrier. Keyshawn Nixon on the stop. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 5. Prescott now. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Prescott from the gun on third down. That is caught! And he will go all the way. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Melton now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. That one reeled in by Golden. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 1. A good play action with Love. Left side, he finds Kraft. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down. Running is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It was Marshawn Nealon there to stop it.
48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 6. On play action, Love has caught right side by Kraft. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And he will have a Packers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but In my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, Packers.
First down, Green Bay.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Pass caught. It's Golden. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Love. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. A first down throw for Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Micah Parsons getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
The outside, it's brought in by Golden.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. Open man, right side, he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Packers.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's Daniel Whelan now, as he is on to punt for Green Bay. Oh, not a good punt there. This is a duck, and we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Williams gets it on the draw. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Javonte Williams, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Dallas first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
This one broke it up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Again, Prescott to the air. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. He'll throw again. Dak. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way,
And he's into the end zone! George Pickens! Touchdown, Dallas! That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Packers 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That complete to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. First down, Packers.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
McManus
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. On the return, here's Turpin. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll run with Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On second down, Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
We'll go play action with Love. Got his man at the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
At the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Here's Love. And he's in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7.
The Packers will set up
To throw is Love. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Cowboys 21.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 15. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Play action now. Prescott. Open. Left side is Schoonmaker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
At the 29-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Melton now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 22
That
yards.
pass play good for 22. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was taken down by Damone Clark. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 13 yards.
13 yards on the catch there. First down, Packers.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
At the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Love to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Green Bay.
Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing on second down, Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That is caught by the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up. And
he's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll throw again. Dak. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and They were able to make the completion.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to get it back within a score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Melton now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. First and 10 now from the 36. Here's Jacobs, and he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On second down, Jacobs. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Side, it's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is second down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's Doubs open left side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down. Throwing is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
On play action, Love. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jacobs is into the end zone. Touchdown.
The ball carrier. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers are going to extend their lead.
Packers 42, Cowboys 27.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Prescott on first down. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 3rd down, Prescott throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A good play action with Love. That one reeled in by Golden. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. In motion goes Dobbs. Love to throw it on first down. This one complete down the field to Golden. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Packers.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. You're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will dive into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Cowboys 27.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. Woo! Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
First down, Prescott. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
To the air again. Prescott. Got a man. That's Tolbert. 12 yards on that hookup. First down. Cowboys.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
That's another.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Prescott again. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
On second down, it's Dak. Quick shot caught by Tolbert on the slant.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
This one caught at the 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Dak. They're called in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get it?
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Will line up for the 2-point
pistol now for Prescott. The pressure's got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Brendan Aubrey to
So
kick
now,
off for
after the
Cowboys.
touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Packers take over first
Josh
and
Jacobs
10
and the Packers
at their own
offense heading back
24-yard line.
onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On second down, Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
Third and 6. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Love. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. 15 yards through the air. First down, Packers.
Green Bay.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's Dobbs, open left side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Third down and 3. From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there.
Incomplete.
And now it's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the left side, caught by Lamb. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
He was brought down by Javon Bullard. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle.
Still third down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now Prescott. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Love. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Love. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
To throw is Love. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
It's 3rd down, and defensively, you think you do a great job taking everybody away. But sometimes you just can't account for the quick little check down to the back and his ability to run in the open field and make people miss. He's able to pick up a huge gain.
Now, Jacobs. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
At the 4-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll try to... And he's in! Jordan Love! Touchdown, Packers! The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are able to extend the lead.
Packers 56, Cowboys 33.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. Good work by the coverage team on the ensuing kickoff. They slowed up the return man, and they stop him shy of the 20.
At the 19.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these two things: balance, vision, and yes, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all 3 of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
Dak can throw it here on 1st down. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will get into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
The Cowboys will line up.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And that time, the pressure too much, he'll go down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Packer field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
Second down, they need 3. Now Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. It's into the hands of Pickens once again.
Offside, defense. first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Dak. That's to Ferguson once again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.